Morning! Smuzno here. Actually, I'm feeling somber today, so I'm going to do this. Like the news. Morning, Smuzno here. Smuzzy in the shed. Feeling slightly depressed and somewhat forlorn because after spending quite literally 14, 16, even possibly 18 hours putting love and determination into building my Spitfire, the weathering looks great. It looks old and shagged and smarmy and horrible, like the Germans have had their dirty, sticky way with it. And then when you look at the top, all the decals for the roundels went all squiffoo. And all I did, if you look at the pictures that I've done on either my Facebook or Scale Model Addict, she was absolutely spot on until I put a coat of Humbrol matte coat on there. Half thinners, half matte coat. And then when I came back to it, I gave her 2 days to dry because I just didn't want to do any more to it until it had plenty of time to dry. And then on all the wings, all of this is lifted off horribly, all the roundels. And if I get up close to you, let the camera adjust. But yes, it's disappointing. So, model people, yes, I'll do some Transformer stuff later. I've got a new toy. I'm going to talk about it shortly. $7.99. Oh, $7.99. Well spent on a German Focke. There's no U in there. Shh, no jokes. Get your giggling over with. It's a Focke Wulf, not a... It's a Focke Wulf. It's an Airfix kit. I've not done anything to it. It's a shonky piece of £7 crap. What it will do is A, be excellent fun to do because I'll get the airbrush out and just beat the living daylights out of it with the airbrush, which is going to make me feel like a happy little joy. But most importantly, I wonder if you'd all follow the journey with me, and if at any point, I know Schweinhund has left a couple of notes, and Chris, the imaginatively named Chris, has also left a couple of notes on there saying you might want to do this and you might want to do that, and if that's this, that and the other. Yes, people, just people, have been very kind and very nice, leaving messages about how I'm doing stuff. I get the Star Trek side of things. I've watched so much. If I do something wrong, I know what I've done wrong. This, I don't know what I did wrong. Did I let it get cold? Did I let it get too warm? Should I have brought it indoors once I'd done the clear coat on it? I'm a bit devastated. She's going to live up the shed as just a reminder of failed attempts, but glories to be. That is what she shall be in time. So I'm going to build a little tiny Focke Wulf, and we shall see how it goes. So, number one, Humbrol spray paint undercoat. This is what I use. It's just the stuff that they happen to sell at the local model shop. It's good shizzle. I'm not swearing on this site. I'm trying not to. I'm a sweary little tinker sometimes. I'm aware that many of you aren't fond of it. So, step number one is I'm going to use this and I'm going to undercoat it. When it's undercoated, I'm then going to paint, do some pre-shading, and then once I've done some pre-shading, I'm going to return and speak to you gentlemen and go, what's next? What do I do to make this... I know I can get up to the paint stage, so I'm probably going to paint the top and the bottom, and I'll get to that basic stage where I'm looking at putting the decals on. And then I'm going to come and talk to you, and I'm going to say, excuse me, Scale Model Addict, and internet in general, please advise me as to which is the best way to proceed. And on that note, I'm going to go away and spray paint aeroplanes. Now, I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I hope it works okay. I'm probably a little close. But I was going to do a bit of airbrushing on the top of the bird because I'm going to be asking questions and stuff. As long as I stay on the pad, I'm going to be pretty much in shot. So, I've got the airbrush set up. So it's literally, it's probably bloody dried out now. Yeah, so you can see that, and I've screwed it right in because it's a
fixed Badger. It's barely, barely making any paint on there at all. So the plan is, if I spray it on just the back, I can get on the and you can only just see a dot where it is. But because you got that sort of mottled effect that happens with the German stuff, it's just a case of keeping going, delivering virtually no paint on the plane at all, and just really gently making some little patterns and lines. And is that doing anything? Where's my paint? A little bit of tissue. No, that's not doing anything. We've gone in a bit too close. So just like a fraction of a turn, and now I'm getting paint out again. So it's just setting up and being gentle and having too little rather than too much. So now you can see, look, you're just about getting a little bit of a spray. I put this on the far wings, I just don't want to overspray onto it. And this is, what is it? Tamiya olive green and some NATO black. Sort of a 50-50 mix. Run it quite thin. Keep it going. But if you just sort of swirl like that and make it very undefined, and now it's stopped bloody working again. I've got to get a, I wish I'd bought a better airbrush when I started. Yeah, see, we're still going. Just got to have a little bit of space. There we are. Okay, and just spot it like that. It's just random, there's no pattern going on here. Just filled up the bottom of the plane in spots and stabs and spits, and there's virtually no paint going on, but it just leaves enough of a dot where we're going. I'm going to shut up now and just paint, and then probably fast forward it so you can see what's going on. It'll make it more interesting. So, as I hope is still in focus slightly, you can see that I've kind of built up, I'm going to bring her in, I've sort of built up that sort of green at the top and grey at the bottom kind of affair, and I'm hoping to do a darker tone on top of that by literally using virtually no paint. Do you know what it looks like? It looks like the top side of a tiger shark. Useless piece of information number one. So top is that. You can still see where the pre-shadings come through, but I need to do the camo on top of the wings. There, like that. Bearing in mind this is a £7 kit and I've not done any of the sanding or anything like that. And I've given the bottom side just a bit of grey, which is actually two different tones of grey on there. You can see the greys that I've used on the tail fins, look. But that's me. I just thought you'd like to have a look. It's just a quickie. I'm going to add a little bit more of the NATO black to this and give it another go. Cool, thank you. Cheers. Yeah, and all that. And for the bodywork, I think I'm going to call that, aside from my very green thumb, sort of faux Focke Wulf speckled greeny grey. Looks okay. It's not a masterpiece, but bearing in mind I'm getting overly complicated because all I wanted to do was put the decals on this thing and see if I can make it work properly. Now to go and save the paint that I've used and mask off the wings. Ta-da!